We have also listened to her. She had made her point, she had made her suggestions and contributions. So, what do you feel about it? What's your input about it? How do you see it? Please, we need some reactions before we go for refreshment and interlude. Yes, thank you. Core members, the floor is also free for you to say or to ask reasonable and tangible questions. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I stand on the existing protocols. I'm Olu Kwondwayo, the Corporate Services and Human Resource Manager, Allied Computers Limited. In appreciation to the note given to us by Mrs. Oluwatuminino, I would like to also remind we employers that we can do well by taking advantage of the medical attention offered to core members at the military hospital. I had a case that I was called. One of my core members was involved in an accident in transit to work. And though within a week when you're deployed, you have access to the regular HMO cover in our own organization, as we do for all members of staff. The first thing that came to my mind was where, how, and all that. Immediately, I called up on the HMO and asked for an ambulance. So please take off and take to the nearest place. That was when they called me that, sorry, we would have to call in a specialist. It's a broken limb. He had a terrible accident. Next thing, calling the specialist is from a specialist place. What first comes to our mind? Igobi. That time Igobi was on strike. Everywhere, no space, nothing. Okay, we have to wait, but we have administered first care. And it struck my mind. This is a youth corps member. I know if I quickly make my contact to the military hospital, I don't have to wait for the 4 days given. The first call that was made gave 2 weeks to come around to operate on this guy. The first thing that struck me, 4 days just on first aid and all that. It's so obvious because they're dangling foot and all that. And we transported with the support of this HMO as well to take him off after securing a space at Igobi. Getting there, it was a space I cannot even wish myself to lie on. Still given preference that is a youth corps. And we still transferred eventually to the military hospital. Right from the gate, they had the blasting, everything. We cannot take. No space. Is it a military, whatever, and all that? Please, it's an emergency and all that. Getting there, I just pulled from my own laptop his ID card that was given. You know, in that state, he would not even be able to communicate, do anything. And by the time I knew it, 4 doctors were already on this guy. That was the best care I've ever seen given to someone that you see that this person really needs help. He was taken off us, just asked for the medical reports, his transference from the private hospital and all that, and they took him off us. And I'm happy to say that it's when probably his personal interaction and all that, he will tell you I had an accident, I'm wearing a steel. He was taking off everyone. I really appreciate those zonal supervisors, everyone. By the time it was even midnight, we had about 9 representatives from the NYC office with us. And I feel it's always good. We also have this information. We've been talking about give them federal government healthcare, give them Lagos State healthcare, but nobody mentioned they are also, jokingly, Madam said, Omo Ijoba. Even before they get to us, the first thing we should always think about is they are key federal government people. Military hospital had always been wonderful supporting with the care of NYSC, supporting the HMO given to them. And I always tell them, please go and also get a card at the military hospital. You have your last day. That's your passing out and parade. Have access to the military hospital. So I would encourage all employers to also go back to our offices and take advantage of that. it had really supported me in their welfare, and I felt so secured there. He was in good hands, and ever since, all have been in good hands for medical care at that special space.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for the contribution. Thank you for your motherly care. And thank you for partnering with us positive. Thank you and God bless you. Yes, still on paper one, yes. Mrs. Avalola, please.
Members of the high table, all protocols duly observed. I also like to use this forum to let the core employers know that each, and like my state coordinator mentioned it, and I hope we all got exactly what she meant when she said that the NYSC had an MOU with the National Health Insurance Agency. Therefore, every core member posted to any state of the federation, and Lagos State for that matter, has access to free health care services. We always take our time to explain this to them when they are in the camp, but majority of them don't pay attention there. If you're a core member, anywhere you are, any NHIA accredited hospital, you can enter in and get free medical care. And as we talk now, some of you don't even know, some of our core members don't even know that there's an NHIA code, NHIA number on their dashboard. Those are the numbers you just have to present in any hospital, NHIA hospital you find yourself. Present those numbers, and then you are going to be attended to. If you are finding it difficult to access free healthcare, you can let your local government inspector know immediately. And as soon as your local government inspector is in the picture, he calls me directly in the office, and then we take it off from there. So, whether military hospital or any other hospital for that matter, so far it is NHIA accredited, private or public, core members are entitled to free medical care. Your health has been insured throughout the service year. So please, employers, encourage them, let them know this, and let them take advantage of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Core members, kindly pass this information to other core members, step it down to other core members at your various platforms that you have access to free healthcare through accredited NHIA, and it goes with a code. Please pass the information down to them. Thank you very much. Still on paper one, last one, before we move straight to paper two. Yes, Mr. Nat, we have two people. Okay, noted, sir.
All protocols duly observed. My name is Mrs. Shalom Geleki, and I'm from our technical ventures. Concerning the issue of health, like follow up data, and you ask the medical history, we find out that some of them, what they tell you is the blood group, it's not even actually the blood group. And when you ask them, they will tell you, yes, when we're on camp, they told us to fill some forms, and just in a hurry, we went to Shomolu, or I can't remember the name, you catch aside, and we just quickly got something just to give to them on camp. And I don't tell them the implication of what they're doing, because God forbid, when there's an emergency or when you're losing blood, and you've gone to write another person's blood group, how do you want someone to assist you at that point in time? So please, I will employ NYSC, if possible, when core members are on camp, maybe they should have an invited hospital where they can do detailed blood group tests for them, so that they can have the real blood group and also the genotype of the core members. We love them and we want them to do well, but when we don't have the true information of who they really are, I don't know how we can assist them as employers. Thank you so much.
Uh, my name is still Folani Olaolu. I'm here to represent National Orthopedic Hospital in Lagos. And don't know if my question for the government, the corporate, or the employer side. And I don't, it is based on my observation, over a period of time. And it always agitates my mind. Sometimes I may think is not a major, but it keeps coming back. And it's about the kitting of our corpers. The kitting of our corpers. I think whoever is responsible, which I think is the federal government in this case, the appearance of a corper, physical appearance of a corper, is part of the branding of NYSC. When I served in Gombe in 2000, the crescent vest that I was given and the khaki, I used it throughout my service years, and I gave it to somebody after my service year. 5 years later, that person was still using decades. So sometimes when I look at the way the khaki uniform is sewn, I feel like you can do better. Sometimes when you look at the way our corpers look in their kits, I know some of them do some adjustment, but I think something needs to be done. If you give that job to a professional, somebody who is good at it, by the time the kit is sewn, it will look well fitted on the person that is wearing it. So this is just a general observation. It's just a personal and general observation that we should please make sure that our corpers are properly treated. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Noted. Okay, sir. Mr. Nat, Mr. Ibuku.
Thank you once again. I just want to talk about the security aspect that Mrs. Lawson shared with us. I want to implore, advise employers to actually take note of the security issues in the country right now. I am in charge of the core members in Lagos State, and I can tell you for free, these exceptionally kids are they are wonderful. Some of them have not even, they don't know the next street to their houses. They are what we call get inside. Yeah, so employers need to take note of this, and when you engage them and you send them out, maybe from one location to another, please ensure that they know exactly where they are going. Very, very key. Okay, so some come to my office and they even want to go to, for example, an agency of ours in Lagos Island, Air Service Commission. They don't know how to get to CMS from Ikeja. Some people from Alausa to the LGI office in under the bridge, they don't know how to get there. Some I have to take an Uber. So we need to take cognizance of this and don't send them out. Have a closing time for them, not just because they are working for you, you are paying them. You want to actually utilize the remuneration of the money you are giving to them. You send somebody out from Lekki to Aja, from Aja to Badore, and he has to come back to work and report. And the core member has to go back home at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I mean, for crying out loud, it's risky. So let's ensure that they have a maximum or minimum closing hours of work. Yes, we are training them, we are preparing them for the future, but right now, because of what is going on in the country right now, we need to take critical look on this. This security is very, very key. A lot of things are happening. We're not privileged to hear them, but we know that in the state of excellence, we are doing everything possible to curb all these menace or all these security challenges that's going on. Please, so my take is let's ensure that we know exactly how our core members move from one location to another when they are on official assignment. It's very critical. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That's
All protocols duly observed. My name is Oibanji Manuel. My question is going that is the state government, to Lagos state government, because I stay in Ikorodu and my people is at Obanikoro.
you're
Staying
under
at
which local government? Yes,
Mushi local government.
okay.
So staying at Ogoloto bus stop, at least I spend more than 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes to get BRT bus because at least Nigeria have to cut our cost low. For me to take bus, normal bus, maybe 500, 600 daily. So I would think I can let me take BRT. So I'll stay at BRT bus stop. For to get the BRT, I'll spend more than an hour or more than or an hour 30 minutes to get the bus. I don't know if the Lagos State government can help us with that because in my organization, I'm the first core member, and they said their staffs that whenever they come late to work, that they used to deduct from their salary, so their staff do get to work early. But me, I don't know if I don't know if Lagos State government can really help us with that, and if they can, because the transportation now is very high, and if they can, if Lagos State government, I'm still number of Lagos State government, if they can help us with some of the benefits, maybe like they can give the core members pay out to bus, then we put on our ID card, then for us to like get the bus, helping us go and through every day. Please and please. Thank you very much, sirs and ma'ams. Thank you. LA 23B 3823. Thank you.
Thank you very much, all members. He said, with your ID card, if the state government can provide free buses. Thank you. Yes, next person. Access.
All
Access.
all protocols duly observed. My name is Okon Amira Kosamo with a state code LA23A3565. Firstly, I want to make an appeal. I think it's high time NYSC start looking into that stuff they wrote in our PPA letter,
Your
which
local
is
government.
motion, which is treat them equally as staff. Because I have an experience in my company, in my organization per se. Recently, the allowance or allowances of their staff was increased. But me as a core member, there was no increment. I wanted to complain. My boss said you are earning from two different places. Nigeria is paying you, they are still paying you. But I do exactly the same thing they do. I carry out the same duty. I work 4 times in a week. I perform exactly everything. Now, looking from my own side, I would say they are cheating on me because they are using me, they are overusing me. So I think NYSC should look into that statement. Then, the time of closure. I don't know how a core member will come to work by 8 o'clock. You'll be releasing the core member around 8:30, 9 p.m. It's not making sense. And with little or nothing to take home. Now, the next question I have is, or the next appeal I want to make is this. Funny as it may sound, most times you see someone who is a laboratory scientist being posted to a total different organization that is not related to his skill or to his academic qualification. At least I will use myself as an example. Where I'm working in is totally different from where I studied in school. I did microbiology, but will I call myself a laborer? or will I call myself a staff? Because I don't know what I'm doing there, but I know I'm just doing it because it's my place of primary assignment. So I think NYSC should look into that also. Thank you.
Thank you. Core member, please. Let me take you up. Core member, how much are you paid monthly?
20,000.
How much?
20.
20.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. We are done with the paper one. Straight on, we move to paper two. Hello. One house, please. Thank you. One house. We are getting ready for paper two. And to do justice to that, I'd like to invite the representative of the NYSC Director General, who is here represented by the Deputy Director, Southwest Area Office, Mr. Tota George. Please a round of applause for him. And he will be speaking on the role of stakeholders in the efficient and effective administration of core members' welfare and security. The role of stakeholders in the efficient and effective administration of core members' welfare and security. Thank you. You're welcome, sir.
Mr. Coordinator, our highly esteemed government presence here, all other protocol duly observed. I am here again to talk on another issue, all inside the package of core employers workshop. This time it is the role of stakeholders in the efficient and effective administration of core members' welfare and security, core members' welfare and security. Now, introduction. The importance of stakeholders in the efficient and effective administration of core members' welfare and security cannot be overemphasized. The welfare and security of core members is of utmost priority to the scheme, and therefore behoves the operators of the scheme to routinely converge, to brainstorm with a view to reviewing policies and updating strategies to meet emerging security and welfare challenges. In view of this, the NYSC management has over the years been consistent in passionate and reaching out to all stakeholders in order to encourage support and sustenance for the scheme. Therefore, it is obvious that this forum is the right medium through which the operators of the scheme, core employers, converge to brainstorm on how to ensure effective core administration and utilization. Now, before we go further, we need to understand some key words here. So we have made some definition. For a better understanding of this lecture, it is pertinent to define some important terms, such as one, role. These are actions, duties, and activities assigned or required of a person, group, or organization towards the realization of a defined goal. Stakeholders. One who is involved or affected by a course of action. These are social, economic, financial, and religious, educational, traditional institutions, and the personalities that aid in facilitating the smooth administration of the operations of the scheme. Welfare, the health, happiness, and fortune of a person or group. In this context, we are talking about benefits, well-being, modest shelter, allowance, medical attention, access to utility, and security. Security is state of being free from danger or threat, that is, protection, defense, safekeeping, care, preservation, custody. For us here, security is the protection of core members from any form of danger, such as attacks that could compromise their well-being. Efficient, working in a well-organized way and achieving maximum productivity. Effective, success in producing expected result. Administration, the process or activity of running an organization. In other words, the process of organizing the core members to achieve the mandates of the scheme. Stakeholders of the scheme. Stakeholders of the scheme are numerous, and some are mentioned below. Although, for the purpose of this lecture, we shall focus on NYSC, state government, local government, core employers, that is public and private, and core members. The stakeholders are as follows: federal government, National Youth Service Corps, state government, local government councils, core employers, core members, security agencies, e.g. the Army, Police, DSS, NDLEA, NSCDC, etc., Nigeria Army, then traditional rulers of host communities. The role of stakeholders in the administration of core welfare. Stakeholders and core employers alike have the following roles to play in the effective administration of core welfare. Request for core service from NYSC Secretariat. Now, normally before the orientation camp starts, opportunity is given to all employers, both the ones we already know and the new ones that are coming, to come to the office. They get the form and they make their requests. We want corpus in our organization. Now, in that form, there are some conditions stated there. And know that most times core employers have always met such conditions, though not to our expectation, especially when we are talking of conditions like accommodation. To transport core members from orientation camp at the end of the orientation course to their places of primary assignment. Core employers do this too. Most of them bring their vehicles to the camp to pick corpus that are posted to them, take them to their own place. Organize one reception for core members when they arrive. This is the duty of all employers, and I know that they are doing it to the best of their ability. Acceptance of core members. Acceptance of core members. This particular one is very important, and we want us to look at it critically, because first of all, these core members are leaving the camp. They are just leaving the camp. Then only for them to, some of them, to present their to core employers and to be told their duties are not. They don't have their something. I mean, their qualifications. They don't have place for them, so they are rejected. That is the final word. They are rejected. Now you reject the core member, then it takes that posting letter again to the local government office, where another place of primary assignment will definitely have to be provided for such a family. For this particular purpose, you find out that so many core members, when they are supposed to actually go home for the first time after the camp to go and get prepared before coming for service, you see some of them spending so much time Number of days, looking for places of primary assignment because they have been rejected. Some of them rejected up to 3 times. That is not good enough. Some of the reasons being given by employers, even government agencies, it's not, they are not genuine at all. Now, we have to provide secure accommodation. Well, accommodation is being prepared. This is why I give kudos to church organizations that particularly build accommodation for corpers that attend the religious activities in the organization. They call them corpus lodges are everywhere, and most of them the churches have it. Even the Muslim organization, they have it too for their own religious adherents among the corpus. So we are generally trying in this regard, but we want to do more, and we want a conducive environment. That is what we are saying. Then provide transportation or stipend in lieu. This one is one of those questions somebody asked here. Now, one of the duty of the core employer is to provide something for accommodation. You see, corpers don't receive salaries. They don't receive salaries. All they are collecting is allowance. And now we are not even saying that. To reduce it a bit, we are not saying that allowances, big money should be paid to the corper in form of allowance. We are saying stipend, something little, to cool down the effect of, like in Lagos here now, the heavy transportation. That is what we are saying. Something should be given by the organization, by the employers. Provide incentive for core members to enhance their commitment. This what I just said about stipend is part of it. Do something other than the allowance you are giving to the core member. Something, there are some. If you go to some, this Lagos, the situation in Lagos there is very, very different from other states in the federation. Very different, because I know in other states, there are some core employers that will even buy food stuff, okay, every week they give to the core members, to ease their problem of feeding. They do that. So those are the kind of things we are talking about. Listen to members complain all the time. Now, listening to core members complain. Now, most core members, when we are talking about complaint here, I want to expand it a bit, because what corpers do when we are talking to complain is complain of, most times they come and tell you that something has happened. So even as little as a birthday ceremony in their own place or state, they want to take permission and go and celebrate birthday there for somebody. So I usually tell corpers, why will you not wait? This is just 1 year service. Wait. When you finish your service, you have so many birthday parties to attend. You just dedicate this year to your service. So when we are talking about complaints now, corpers are likely to come to say they want to travel. We want to travel. And for the benefit of this gathering, we want to say that it is not the duty of a core employer to give permission to a core member to travel. Because I had some discussions just now. It is not the duty of a core employer to give permission to a corper to travel. You are to recommend. Then you can recommend that, okay, for this period the corper want to go. We wouldn't really need them. We wouldn't miss him as such. So, coordinator, please, you may wish to consider the request of the core member. That's what you do for employers. Then it is the duty of the state coordinator to actually permit such a corper to travel. If his or her reasons are genuine, that's how it is. Don't permit any corper that you can go. No, it doesn't happen like that. Regard core members as staff of the establishment. I think a corper mentioned that. All the corpers are staff of that establishment. Once they are posted there, they are members of that staff of that organization. So try to treat them, if not equally, almost equally. Issuance of clearance letter to core members who have satisfactorily performed their duties for the month. That is only the core employers will do that. We want you to assess the core member. Has he done well? He or she done well? before you put signature on that paper that will help them to do their biometrics. So it's your responsibility. Now let's go to the role of stakeholders in the administration of core member security. Talking of security now. Stakeholders and core members alike are expected to play the following roles in the administration of core member security. Core members are to be properly documented and easily identified in their places of primary assignment. This one is clear enough. Properly, registered with that organization. Then you know that there's no reason why a core employer or an agent of that particular organization will not sometimes go around, to just check how the corpers are doing at where they are staying, their environment. Core lodges are not to be located in isolated areas. Core lodges are not to be located in isolated areas. Please, core employers, please try as much as possible to make sure that where the corpers that are posted to their gate to stay, spend 1 year, please let it be a place that is easily accessible by anybody, by your organization, by law enforcement agents, and even traditional people in that locality. Let it be a place where corpers can easily be visited. Core members are not to be posted to troubled spots or flash points. We know that. Even those of us in NYC, when we are posting corpers, we really take precaution for that. If we know that there are some hot spots in the states, we don't post corpers there. And even if we had already posted the corpers there, and we discover that problem is that no matter what we do to withdraw such corpers, we withdraw them and send them to other places. Now, female core members are to be continually counseled against indecent dressing. That is straightforward. Attendance and movement register are to be provided to check the spontaneous and unauthorized movement of core members. Employers, you do that. Core members are not to be given permission to travel outside the state without leave pass from the state coordinator. I've already explained that. It's only the state coordinator that has the sole right to permit the corporate to go. Your own as employer recommend and leave it for the state coordinator to take the decision. Core members should be continuously counseled to avoid frivolous journeys and adventures that may put them in harm's way. Now we talk about challenges in core administration, welfare challenges, core rejection by employers. I have already mentioned that. Induced self-rejection. Core members, you are not supposed to, to go and start forcing an employer to reject you. Let them tell you that if they don't have a place for you, then we can understand. You come back to the office, then we'll find another place for you. Lack of accommodation, economic measure. Please, we are saying that always strike employers to provide accommodation for core members. Lack of incentive, that one is not incentive from employers. We know what to do, employers. Please, let the corporate fee at home. Non-recognition of special contribution by core members. Lack of attention to core health matters. I think somebody made an observation at that time. I think it's a government official about this height issue. I think it has been explained. The corporate health in short. So the National Health Agency, that they are the ones taking care of that. Underutilization of core members, overutilization of core members, lack of benefiting orientation, lack of befitting orientation camps. Well, I can say that nearly all the orientation camps in this country are befitting, except that we need to continue to improve on them as the population of core members grow. Organization will continue to expand and put more facilities to meet their needs. Inadequate maintenance of orientation camps, We keep on improving on that. Inadequate support from state governments. I think all the state governments, they are trying their best. But like I just mentioned, the population is increasing. So we can also redouble our efforts. Dangerous and vicious. We have always told members that they should, when they are going out, when they are from their purpose, they should try to go in twos or even in threes. Don't just get up on your own and say you are moving to somewhere. Please move in group. Unnecessary journeys, we have spoken about that. Take permission and take the blessings of the scheme with you. If the state coordinator permits you, it's already blessing you for that journey before you go. Lack of prompt attention to core members' health matters. Well, I think we are trying our best from the talk of one of the employers here just now. I think all the employers, we are trying our best, but we can probably lead from that and do more. Security challenges, we have all the security challenges in the country: banditry, insurgency, kidnapping, communal clashes, armed robbery, cultism, rape, harassment, religious extremism, and electoral violence. We should try and make sure that we protect our corpus from all these things. Recommendations for effective administration of welfare. The state government as a stakeholder are mandated to contribute in the provisions of facilities for orientation and winding up. Stakeholders and the core employers alike are to be sensitized by the scheme to arrange for collection of core members at the end of orientation camp. Stakeholders and core employers alike are to attend to core members' personal problems and complaints. If there is any particular issue that you think you cannot handle as a stakeholder, as a core employer, please visit our office. Let the state coordinator know about it. The resuscitation of the local government committees will ensure vibrant field operations that will aid the security and well-being of core members. Establishing a standard security team by state government for surveillance of core lodges will go a long way to improve their security. Stakeholders at core employers continually counsel female core members to avoid indecent dressing. We have so many testimonies about this particular one. For personally myself, in my experience in this gift for a very long time now, I can give you so many testimonies. You know, when the couples do not dress well, many make couples, certain things are bound to happen. And we have seen many of them already. Please, female couples, dress well. If you don't know how to dress well, come to the office. I know you can be counseled. There are people who can teach you how to dress well. So, in conclusion, because of time, the core employer is no doubt a major stakeholder in the NYSC scheme and bears a lot of responsibilities and thus plays the critical role in monitoring, supervising, and evaluating the performance of core members because the action or inaction of core members affect many facets, ranging from the community to the nation at large. For instance, if the core member is serving in a school, there is a multiplier effect such that the school benefits, the community benefits, and of course, the nation benefits. This is why the importance of this workshop cannot be overemphasized. Management believes that when proper awareness is placed in the minds of all stakeholders and the right steps taken, the core members' welfare and security will be efficiently and effectively administered. So, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to be here to do justice to some of these things today. God bless.
Thank you very much, sir. That was paper 2 delivered by the Deputy Director, Southwest Area Office, representing the Director General, NYSC, on the role of stakeholders in the efficient and effective administration of core members' welfare and security. Thank you once again, sir.
Now, can we have discussion? He has read and also enlightened us on so many points, impact on the core employers and core members, the scheme and the state. Quickly, I picked one or two, three things. He has said the core employers should organize a warm reception. Core members should be accepted, provision of accommodation, a conducive environment, transportation. In lieu of transportation, something should be paid to them, provision of incentives to enhance their commitment and productivity favorably, and core members should be listened to, should try to listen to their complaints. And it's not the duty of the core employers to permit core members to travel. Rather, they should recommend to the state coordinator. Core members should also be regarded as staff of the establishment, and they should treat them accordingly. Core members should be properly documented and so forth. So, what do you have in your paper? I want to listen to your reaction on the paper too, on the role of stakeholders in the efficient and effective administration of core members. Can I have a hand up? Yes, Chairperson, Mrs. Intona. Mr. Nat? Mr. Nat?
The eminent personalities on the high table, and every course participant. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Please, this is just to lend voice to the paper that has been delivered, and it's in respect of data of the core members that serve with you. Recently, I embarked on a core inspection at the place of primary assignment. And I was a bit taken aback to find out that some core employers don't have records of the core members having with them. Can we have a list of the core members having with you? And it was at that time that some of them were going around calling core members, give us list, right name, right code number. They said data is life. If you have personnel working in your organization and you take that personnel as a member of your team, then you are going to accord that individual the treatment that he or she deserves or is warranted. So for some employers not to keep records of the core members, it just means that they treat them as just maybe casual laborers. The way you would treat a casual, I felt so pained over that. And I observed that in not less than 2-3 organizations that I visited. And that was one of the things I noted in my report to the state coordinator. Please and please, at any point in time, we carry out what we call on-the-spot inspection. We may not even tell you. We'll come there to see the core members to ensure that they are doing what they ought to do. And when we come, sometimes we may meet them at their place of work, sometimes we may not, for legitimate reasons. For some of them, they may go for their community development service. So we will need you to give us a comprehensive report or list of the core member. That is the name of the core member, code number of the core member, every information, gender, every information that be useful to us when we come and carry out inspection. And what do we do with that information? Sometimes a core member may be in your record and the core member may not even be on ground. We've seen that happen. The core member It will be in your record that the core member is serving with you, but the core member is serving elsewhere. And you may not know. So there are some of these discrepancies. But if you have the record of your core member, it will be easy for you to keep track. It will be for you to monitor them, particularly those organizations that have a high number of core members. We have organizations that keep as many as 20, 25 core members. Please, I hope I'm communicating. Please, let's keep records. It's very important to you and it's important to us. Thank you.
All protocols duly observed. Please, I also want to lend my voice in the area of accommodation for core members. I want to observe that quite a number of employers have been taking core members for maybe over 5 to 10 years. And still yet, those organizations don't even have accommodation at all whatsoever. There are some places in Oyo State where I'm coming from. I came from Oyo State. I know some employers who have been taking core members for so many years, and what they do, even though they don't have specific accommodation, they liaise with some of the landlord in a secure environment. And they say, look, from time to time we get core members in this organization. Please, can you reserve this place for our core members? And some of them go further to encourage this core member by paying a fraction of what the total package is. Thereby, the core members feel very, very comfortable when they come and you tell them, oh, there's an accommodation in this particular area of the community. I want to encourage our core employers here present today that we should consider that. We should look at secure areas, talk to landlords. We should not only be interested in our core members coming and going, like we should be interested in where they are staying. There are some environments that are not secure. There are some houses that we know that if core member stays in this house, something bad would happen. There are some areas that are identified like that. Please, I want to encourage our employers. Let's notice all those things. And when our core members call, let us advise them. Even if we cannot get the accommodation for them, but let us speak with the landlords. Let them know that, oh, we are going to be taking core members on this accommodation. And we will see that when they have accommodation, they are going to perform optimally. My advice. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Now, because of our time, we are going to move into our syndicate discussions. We are going to share ourselves into two groups. The first group will be putting us together on the core welfare challenges, steps to ameliorate them for effective service delivery. Like I said, we have two groups. The chairperson for this syndicate group one is the chairperson, Assistant Director CRM, Mrs. Enyiwema Itoa. We have a long list, Mrs. Fine Beatrice, Mrs. Izoekwe, Mrs. Oyakilome, Oba Sisters, Mr. Adeleke, Onoha, Omawumi Bankole Damilola. I'm rushing now. Neka, Patience, Bukola Aro Bami, Fami Fagbamila, God Ebo, Damilola, Omotayo, Ayokunle, Adeola John, Mohamed Mustafa, Bosse Nifemi, Olushende Esther, Ahmed Sulaiman, Immaculata, and Isodukoya from Ikorodu, Toke Adegoke, Mrs. Abella Ibeju, Mrs. Adewale Turayo Surulere Bola from Etiosa 1. That's for Syndicate 1, Group 1, led by Mrs. Enyiwema. For Syndicate 2, that's for Group 2, the topic to trash on is expectations from core employers in checking absenteeism and truancy amongst core members. expectations from core employers in checking absenteeism and truancy among core members. The leader of this syndicate group is Mrs. Awolola, Assistant Director, Core Welfare and Health Services, followed by the Zeda Ikeja, Mrs. Noye Fochuku. We have Zeda Ojo, Ebirin Chikodi. We have Southwest Area Office, Mrs. Lasaki Folashade. We have should go ahead. Folarin Olaolu. We have Dr. Oyekon Olufemi. We have Mrs. Lawansi Oluwatumininu. We have Millicent from NAN. We have Ada Ajayi Oluwatobiloba Oladeji. Aleyin James, Kumbi Adeshokan, Alao Adedayo, Joy Akpo Soto Peter, Okonkwo Tobechukwu, Abraham David, Vivian Ikruka, Boguade Morenikeji, and Faith Adeyemi Ojo, Layefa from Apapa, Ogunjimi Agege, and Tiamo from Oshodi local government for Syndicate 2. Syndicate 1 added Mrs. Bola. I've mentioned her. Mrs. Odukoya Ikorodu, Mr. Adewale Abela. I've mentioned all. Okay. Assistant Director of Finance and Accounts. Let me check. This one involves money. Syndicate 2, sir. Mrs. Akowale, Syndicate 1. Mr. Oshinobi. Should I leave him? I should leave him. 15 minutes each. Mr. Fashino Adedotun. Syndicate. What? 1 or 2? Okay, let me see your hand. For 1. 1. Okay, Mr. Adedotun 1. Mr. Adegbite 2. I've been fair. Fast. No time. 15 minutes. Let's share ourselves into groups. Chairperson for each group. Please try to coordinate the group. Let's be fast about it. Thank you. What about the high table? Chairperson. They are listening. Observers. Okay, can we arrange our chairs? Attention, Mr. Sisi. Mr. Nachuko, please. Syndicate 1 this way. 2 this way. Okay. Then Syndicate 1 this way. 2. Hello, I believe you know yourselves. Syndicate 1 at my right hand side. Syndicate 2 to my left. Let's arrange our chairs and let's be done fast. 15 minutes, please. Okay, if I didn't mention your name or your name is not on the list, just join any group. Either 1 or 2, please. I'd like to thank Mrs. Longsi Oluwatimininu. Please, when you get home, help us appreciate that day for this DJ. Thank you, ma, and thank you, sir, to him. God bless you. Thank you. Members of staff, you can join either syndicate 1 or 2. You are free to join any group, please. Thank you. You have only 15 minutes. Once again, for syndicate 1, the topic is core welfare challenge, step to ameliorate them for effective service delivery. While syndicate 2, expectations from core employers in checking absenteeism and truancy amongst core members. Thank you. Hello. Thank you, DJ. Please help me settle. We have started, please. You only have 15 minutes. Thank you.
Job well done. Job well done. Job well done. Job well done. Ah. Small back. Five percent.
Chairperson for the two syndicates, please, let's start rounding it up. No, this is Lagos, and some people are from Ekpe, Badagry, Ikorodu, so no time, please. Thank you.
As why are you threatening? Èmi mà, èmi ti pàdé ìdèmó lò ó tán mi ò bá jù. Èmi ò ní ìbò mi ò ní máa ń ṣe ọmọ bàbá mi bí ẹni tó ní òṣù máa ń rí ìbò mi lórí mo wá ní. So everybody dey máa rẹ̀ before you start looking at it. January the last time, last week, January. But last time,
I use this stream. I post it. This is downloaded and it didn't work. One stream didn't work, yeah. It didn't work. Sorry, boss. Yeah, sometimes.
Thank you. Let's start to round up. You have 5 more minutes to round up. Thank you.
5 minutes.
Two more minutes.
So tomorrow is that's good. I don't know. All of that person. That person that I read. I'm not going to. Why you just like that? Why you just like that? What you call it? Which school? Madonna. Madonna University. Where is it? Yes. Are you Dalton? Dalton. Kogi. What you go with friends about that? That's why you go for that school. You have to all the way from Kogi. They will not be like Kogi person. Like Delta. One minute you say. Delta man. No, Delta is the state of 40 tribes. In Delta. We have Delta Igbos, we have Shekiri, we have Yoruba, they from Delta. And Shekiri boy, and Warwick is precise.
Why is surprised for asking for Sharia?
Request your phone. Keep on your phone. You know, you know the keep sharp for you. Come to the Africa. But not collect, no, that you have the show. I used to do post like this. That of the series.
So you are still connected now. You need data to connect. You're still connected.
Waste of money. I just use it as a waste of money. Because but the first video, shall many people follow the first video? Like 72 people. Yeah. It was impressive. Okay. 105 views. The first video. The second one that got 31 views. It was because I think it was because I was doing other things like checking my data balance and all that made the video to cut. So I stopped all those things. I don't know. That time I wanted to take this YouTube very seriously. Be uploading videos, but I'm not like create content. I wanted to be doing like the third party stuff too. When this person posts something, I'll just add it into the content. But it was not working well. So I did not have passion for it. It was just that that was why I created this channel. I have some videos. Funny videos. This is a channel. World. Some videos. Who was your channel name? World of Entertainment. I wanted to get views like that, 73, 36, 9, 6. What I was posting basically was any interesting stuff like dance, comedy,
Now do a voice over.
right?
Now do a voice over for it.
Voice one.
Voice over. How do you do it?
What is the voice over? Like reaction.
Thank you very much.
I don't do reaction. I
Like
just
this video now. You just be like,
Let's start bringing it to a
all
close.
those things. I didn't do all those ones too. I would just sometimes I would just maybe I write something on the screen. The video.
Let's start bringing it to a close. Thank you very much, Syndicate 2. Thank
But
you.
assuming I continue,
Group
that,
1.
my views would have increased.
Thank you.
My views would have increased.
Can we move back to our seats? Thank you very much. Please a round of applause. Thank you.
Do you play this?
Please, let's have a representative for the syndicate reports. Group 1, Group 2, please. Who is Chuku, the representative, to present the report, please. Thank you very much. Well done. Like I said earlier, Group 1 presented a work on the role of stakeholders in the efficient and effective administration of all members' welfare and security. While Syndicate 2 worked on steps to ameliorate them for effective service delivery. Topic for Syndicate 2, expectation from core employers in checking absenteeism and truancy amongst core members. Mothers, please. Thank you. Let's take our seats. Syndicate 1, please can we have your representative for the presentation report? Syndicate 2, your representative for your report. Can I have the names, sir?
Even said, I told you I don't know how much I spent. I said, 10,000. I said, it should be enough. And send me 7,000. See, for this, there's a negotiation. Online and normally, if they want to pay professionals to stream this thing, do you think if you collect 20,000 or 40,000 for the 2 days? With that, I said, I have to use my sense. If I do like weekly sub or I do 1 month, so it's not and I waste money. So I do daily sub. So
KDJ, Syndicate 1, they are ready. Syndicate 1, I have the chairperson, herself. Who is coming? Can I have a name? Okay, Syndicate 1, please can you step forward? Please a round of applause as the representative for Syndicate 1 step forward to give reports. Thank you.
All protocols duly observed. My name is Mrs. Shalom Adeleke. I'm a chartered accountant and I'm representing Syndicate 1. Our topic is core welfare challenges, steps to ameliorate them for effective service delivery. So we have like 10 guides with us here. So the first one is collection of core members at the end of orientation. Our solution is the employer should visit the NYC camp to receive core members. And if we can do that, we'll be able to solve a lot of problems. But before we start, we defined some of the terminologies, which I will just briefly rush through. We talked about the meaning of core welfare, which means care, assistance, rendering housing, accommodation, financing, and assisting them with health issues and transportation. We also define challenges, which could mean problems, difficulties, obstacles. We mentioned ameliorate, which could mean ease, to resolve, to solve, and also make it better. And finally, we talked about effective service delivery, which means bringing out the best or use of available resources to achieve excellent services. So secondly, we spoke about reception and induction of core members at the service location. So we talked about how employers could make the service here effective for core members. And some of the points we mentioned here were, we said they should pick up core members from camp when they are going out of the camp, and employers should be carried along by communicating with them when the corps members will be leaving the respective camps so that they can assist them to get to their various places of primary assignment better. And if we can do this, we'll be able to close the gap between the NYC and employers. Because some employers gave the reason that they are not aware of the time corps members will be leaving the site, the camp, and so there's no way they can go to the camp to accept them. So please, we also employ the NYC. They should assist us to inform the employers to know when exactly they come, because now we have various batches, batch A, batch B, batch C. And also one of the camp assistants told us that we should watch news. Many of us, we don't even listen to news. 9 p.m. We are so busy that we cannot listen to news, but they said they will assist us by informing the ZDAs and state coordinators to carry employers along. Thank you. Then we have a smooth acceptance of corps members, especially in education sectors when schools are on holidays. We found out that some schools, when they're on holidays, the corps members that are deployed to them have nobody to receive them. But we concluded that if we could resolve the number 1 point, which is picking up the corps members at the places of the camp, when camp is closed, they will be able to resolve point number 3. Then we spoke about accommodation or allowances in lieu. Just like one of the mamas from Ibadan said, that we can liaise with some landlords to help get accommodation, talk to them to assist corps members. Or for some employers who have accommodation on ground, they can assist corps members to stay back and enjoy the services. Even though we know some of the corps members, even when you're trying to, give them accommodation, they are not even interested. They don't want to stay where the accommodations are given. But if you encourage them and you make a series of why they can save their allowances for the year and stay back, it's just that 1 year, manage it, then you have savings in your pocket. Then we spoke about security of corps members. And we also employ some employers that we should not keep our corps members late. Keeping them late is keeping them at risk. If you release them on time, you can assist them to get home early. But some corps members, so even when they release them on time, they don't go home on time. So what we do in my organization is we have attendance. You log in when you come to the office and you log out when you're going home. Because I've had instances where some parents to keep calling you, where's my son, where's my daughter? I said, please, my daughter, visit our office and I'll give you the answer. Because when you see the logout time, there's no need for argument to ask me when exactly that corps member was released. So we can also try our best just to keep attendance and to assist the corps members to be security conscious as well. Then we spoke about the monthly clearance as at when due. Please, we were told that we should please not hold back the monthly clearance of corps members when due. If they've offended any organization one way or the other, we should try our best to issue them queries and see the reason why they should not be insubordinate during the service year. We are there to assist them, to train them, but not to punish them. And we should not hold back their allowances as at when due. Then we spoke about transport allowance. Yes, now we should give them transport allowance because now there's issue of pump price, hiking, transport fare. Even the employers may not have much, but we can assist them to give them maybe extra allowances for other jobs they do, aside for the normal allowances they receive, just to encourage them to work better. We should see them as our own children and we don't want them to suffer. So then, also spoke about support corps members when they are sick. Just like we had, we have HMOs. Most corps members are not even aware of the HMOs. So please, I think maybe NYC can do all this awareness program to encourage them to know more about what the HMO is all about. Because here that I'm sick, I'm not feeling fine. Okay, by now there's an HMO program for NYC. They'll tell me I don't know anything about it. So all I do is I'll ask the people that are familiar with the situation, just kindly guide them on how to move forward on going about the HMOs. And for some organizations, we can send staff to visit the sick corps members. And we should tell them if really they are sick, they should bring the letter. Because some of them, they can claim they are sick and they are not sick. So they show you letters, show you definitely they are not feeling fine, then you can send maybe some of your staff to check on such core members. Then finally, we spoke about release core members for CDS every week. Please, we shouldn't hold back our core members when it's the CDS days. And we also had, okay, some organizations, they work maybe Monday through Sunday. Yes, officially, core members should work Monday to Friday. But when you have a relationship with your core members, honestly, if you tell them to come in the midnight, they will come. It's the relationship you create with them that will determine the level of results you're going to get from them. So we should try and create a positive relationship with them so that they feel at home, they want to come to work. Even some of them on their CDS, they say, okay, today's your free day, I'm going to tap out. They say, no, ma, I want to come to work. So encourage them. If it's their own voluntary acts that they want to come and work that day, then tell them, okay, if you want to come, you can come. But some of them, they don't just like to be idle. They just want to be busy. Then you can encourage them, give them stipend, give them an encouragement, something to encourage them for the period that they are working outside the official hours. Because they can't work for 24 hours, just like that for medical personnel. So like somebody say, yes, you have to work from Monday to Sunday. Let's remember that they are still young people and they can be sick and they can break down if we overlabor them. So we should try and balance the relationship between the employer and the core members and as well as the NYSC. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to answer the various questions.
Thank you so much. Please a round of applause. The representative of Syndicate 1. Moving on, Syndicate 2, the representative to deliver your report, please. Please a round of applause. She's coming to the podium. Please introduce yourself and your organization and the topic. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I stand on existing protocol. My name is Bilkis Noel from AB Offshore Marine Services. Representing Syndicate 2. Our topic of discussion was expectations from corps employers in checking absenteeism and truancy amongst corps members. During the course of our conversation, it was quite interactive, and the first responder gave the need for biometric checks. Okay, before I go further, what's absenteeism about? Absenteeism is about being absent from work or being away from your core responsibility, giving undue excuses or reasons that are not really tenable on frequent times. So biometric checks is a kind of medium whereby you use thumbprints to check the presence of your staff or corps members in the office. With this in place, you are able to check when a staff comes in or clocks out during a working period. The second item of discussion was building relationship with NYSC parents. Sometimes we never can tell what our members, corps members are facing at home. Going the extra miles of building a relationship can actually tell us if this corps members is maybe being stressed out for good reasons or the other reasons. There was an instance whereby one of the employer checked on the corps members and they realized that most time he's always watching maybe DSTV. And for this reason, when he's in the office or she's in the office, she's unable to give full participation. He's either sleeping and not doing what is needed to be done. Another aspect was inspection by NYSC representative of management. This can be called maybe spot checks, unannounced inspection by NYSC representative. When NYSC members are aware that they could be checked upon at any point in time. I think they're able to sit up and make sure they're always at work. Another one was breakfast incentive. Personally, in my organization, we have this in place, and we noticed that there was a good turnout of corps members that are able to come to work earlier. Even on their CDS day, they come in, take their breakfast before going on CDS, so which was a good way to have them not being absent from the office. We also have giving them responsibility. In my organization, for example, we do not take uppers as maybe casual staff. We take them as parts of us. We give them responsibility and we make them accountable to some extent. Even though they report to, or even though they have a line manager, we make sure that these club members, this is what you do. When we have our departmental meetings, we make them parts of it. A good example, for example, the souvenir for 2024 in my office, the committee members are all made up of top members. Presently, in my organization, we have about 6 top members, and all of them are in this committee. This committee is actually being overseen by a senior person, and I can tell you that they are doing very well. Not to forget that our top members they belong to the Gen Z generation. I'll tell you this for free, that these are the generation that are actually going to lead us tomorrow. And they have what it takes. They're always on the internet, they know what is in. They are quite innovative, and giving them shared responsibility, I can tell you that you'll be wowed by what they are bringing to the table. And I'll tell you that sometimes their contribution is far better than what we that have the experience and bringing to the table. Because responsibility is actually our company. We also mentioned scheduling of duties in organization. Corps members, in my organization, we don't call them corps members. There are some corps members, like, I have a president with me, he's a corps member, and he's actually an admin officer in my company. So, assigning roles and responsibility, he's actually going to help absentees because they know they have functions, they have duties to play while they're in the office. Also mentioned about discipline. Corps members are not to be treated as just mere contracts or kids or just graduated from the university. They should be, how do I put it now? Whenever they've done something wrong, there should be a sort of discipline so that they understand that when they're in the real world, actions come with consequences. So therefore, when they know that if they've not done the right thing, they'll be disciplined. I think they'll have to sit up and also ensure that they're also in the office. We also discussed about recognition and award to encourage claims. We should also give award and recognition to our corps members. There's this saying that to get maybe more from me, I think I should be recognized. It's a form of motivating our corps members and ensuring that they are also at work to do what is needed with them. Another good suggestion was creating an employer corps member LGI WhatsApp group. What this means is creating a WhatsApp group with the corps member, the employer, and the LGI. Okay, I beg your pardon, the employer and the LGI. I think by so doing, we're able to communicate in real time what is happening at the moment. We also have having relevant security agency and liaising with Federal Road Safety Commission for an approval letter for claims when they are traveling. This in essence means that relating with FRS, whereby when the corps member is traveling, they are able to show a document showing that they are approved to be out of station. The last one is time register to be signed daily. This is also in support of the biometric medium. Having a time register to be signed daily is also a very good way of curbing absenteeism. I think that's all for now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause. We have all listened to the report of the two syndicates group. Now is the presentation. Okay. While we are waiting for the presentation of resolutions and recommendations, I would like the DJ to give us some light music, just for 1 or 2 minutes.
I don't know why I got the play that song. I think that's what the guy is. Man, I need to relax. Just cover.
Thank you very much, Mr. DJ. While we are getting ready for the presentation, for syndicates 1 and 2, we need some reactions. While waiting for the presentation of resolutions and recommendations, can we get reactions from syndicates 1? In addition, with what you have discussed within your group, syndicate 1, syndicate 2, or there are some issues that we have not mentioned and it's still in your mind and you want NYSC to know or to work on it, please, can we come out? Let's say it. This is the forum where we rub minds together on the challenges facing the core members. Please, or some core members have been one way or the other, you don't really like, please can you say it out? This is the forum. Can trash it out together. That is where we are seated. That is why we brought the forum to the grassroots, for us to rub minds together. Please. Yes? Yes, thank you, sir. Mr. Nat, with the mic. Please, can we get the mic to... Thank you, sir.
My name is Olani Olaoluwansiki. I happen to be in Syndicate 2. One other thanked